안녕하십니까. 글로벌 모니터 안근모입니다. 일본의 중앙은행 일본은행이 이르면 오는 3월에 금리를 인상할 수 있다는 신호를 좀 더 뚜렷하게 시장에 내보냈습니다. 유럽 중앙은행 ECB는 봄에 금리를 내리는 것은 이르다는 입장을 재차 피력했습니다. 일본은행은 임금이 더 큰 폭으로 오르는 것을 확인하고 난 뒤에 금리를 인상하겠다는 입장입니다. 반대로 ECB는 임금 상승세가 분명하게 꺾이는 게 보여야 금리 인하를 개시할 수 있다는 방침입니다. 여기에서 임금과 물가의 관계가 등장합니다. 일본은행은 임금이 많이 올라야 인플레이션이 2% 목표로 상승할 수 있다고 봅니다. 인플레이션이 높아지면 물가를 따라서 임금이 많이 인상되고 그러면 인플레이션은 되떨어지지 않고 목표 수준을 잘 유지할 수 있다고 보는 겁니다. 유럽은 임금과 물가가 그렇게 서로 먹이를 주면서 오르는 것을 경계합니다. 일본과는 반대로 유럽의 인플레이션은 목표를 한참 넘어서 있기 때문입니다. 임금이 인플레이션을 따라서 떨어져 주지 않으면 인플레이션이 임금을 따라서 다시 뛸 거라고 걱정하는 겁니다. 일본의 최신 임금 결정 결과는 3월 통화정책회의 직전에 발표될 예정입니다. 유럽의 새해 임금 동향은 4월 22 정책회의가 지나야 알 수가 있습니다. 그래서 6월 금리 인하 얘기가 나오는 겁니다. 다만 크리스틴 라가르드 ECB 총재는 자신들이 임금을 거의 실시간으로 추적하는 지표도 개발해서 모니터링하고 있다는 점을 강조했습니다. 조기 금리 인하가 아주 불가능한 건 아니라는 얘기겠죠. 라가르드 총재 기자회견을 함께 보시겠습니다.
The incoming information has broadly confirmed our previous assessment of medium-term inflation outlook. Aside from an energy-related upward base effect on headline inflation, the declining trend in underlying inflation has continued, and our past interest rate increases keep being transmitted forcefully into financing conditions. The euro area economy is likely to have stagnated in the final quarter of 23. The incoming data continue to signal weakness in the near term. However, some forward-looking survey indicators point to a pickup in growth further ahead. Upside risks to inflation include the heightened geopolitical tensions, especially in the Middle East, which could push energy prices and freight costs higher in the near term and hamper global trade.
On geopolitical risks and in particular the Red Sea shipping turmoil, you recently mentioned a possible comeback of supply bottlenecks as a key risk factor for inflation.
The consensus around the table of the Governing Council was that it was premature to discuss rate cuts. I think most observers agree to say that it has a moderate impact. The percentage of the water shipping freight is a little north of 1.5% of total cost. But we are being very careful and look attentively to the developments. And if the conflict in that region was to develop further, clearly that would be an additional risk, whether it's a question of the disruption of shipping that we alluded to, or the price of energy and commodities at large.
So there's loads of wage data around. So what are you actually really looking at? And is there a cutoff point in the coming year?
It is an item that we're going to look at and that we have looked at very carefully, as we are also looking very carefully at profit unit and the link between labor unit and profit unit. That the baseline we had was that wage increases would gradually, over the course of time, be absorbed by a gradual reduction of profit unit, and that's exactly what we are seeing. It's often said that wage indicators are backward-looking, and yes, there is a whole battery of backward-looking indicator. For instance, the latest, I think it's the per compensation employee data that is available, dates back to October. So what we have in addition to that is indices that we have built over the course of time, one of which is actually originating from Ireland. So our chief economist, Philip Lane, was at the origin of that one, which is the wage tracker, which receives almost live any change to negotiated agreements in particular.